Mardi Gras, Mediterranean style. It's the Viareggio Carnival, and to the amazement of many, the pre-Lenten celebrants have outdone previous year's efforts with their gala, gaudy, gargantuan procession of gigantic animated figures out of fantasy and faith. They start with papier-mâché and molto enthusiasm, and each year they come up with something bigger and better. Every year a carnival that's breathtaking in its color and exuberance. Imagination runs wild. Even a clock becomes a colossal cosmic caprice, and the hours dance away in a tumult of celebration. Carnival excitement aplenty to offset the Lenten season ahead. Solemn thoughts are for the future. It's Carnival.
All right, hello everybody. Tonight we have an OTSL match. We are currently checking to see if it's the first OTSL match for both players. We do know Jeremy Anders is playing his first OTSL match tonight, and he is playing against current ITSR number 1, Justin Abramson. So I am joined by fellow Twilight Struggle commenters, Alex Yusuf Lim and J.R. Jones. How you guys doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much for inviting me. It's an honor to be here.
Doing good as well. Same. And yeah, confirmed. This is Justin's first OTSL game of the season as well. That's defending OTSL champion, Justin Abramson.
Oh, yes. We need to make sure we get that in there. All right. And, I screwed... Oh, Justin hasn't gotten into the game yet. Like, why can't I see Justin's hand? What did I screw up? But he hasn't gone into the game. So very shortly we will see Justin's hand. But yeah, looking at Jeremy's hand here, what are you guys thinking?
It's got its ups and downs. It's powerful yet weak.
Yeah. I hate having the second scoring card in my hand. Like, Asia's awesome. But I would just go ahead and headline Vietnam and then score Asia on AR1 here. I don't want to mess around with taking Thailand and such because Justin, if he has a 4-op, he's just going to take Pakistan and South Korea on AR1. So I would just Vietnam and score my Dom.
Well, honestly though, like I'm not trying to troll you, JR, but I think I'll disagree because I'll take Thailand, and I don't think Justin's gonna take South Korea and Pakistan because Justin definitely doesn't have Korean War in his hand because
I'll bet you if Justin has a 4-op, which we'll see here in just a second, I would bet a large amount of money that Justin will do that. It's worth the risk. I mean, he has to have Korean War, and then he has to hit a 50-50. Like, that's worth the risk to block Dom. He does have a 4-op in hand, but that's an atrocious hand, so I don't even know if he's going to headline Marshall.
Yeah. So many 1s and 2s.
Jesus.
But, yeah, with Europe scoring in Jeremy's hand, is kind of painful in a way. But at least if Justin set up Marshall, then you can kind of just go Vietnam and safely assume that you're not going to get defected.
Yeah, it looks like he's setting up. Can the chat see Justin's actions or just his cards, Derek?
Just his cards.
Okay. Then I won't spoil how he's setting up. But if he sets up the way he does, I definitely don't think we're seeing Marshall.
This isn't like Justin. This is like the most...
If he has a hand like this where he has blockade and he has no chance of discarding something, he likes to do this empty setup. I am surprised that he went Marshall here. I would have thought that if you were doing this setup, I would have seen like a CNS headline just to have a few ops.
But
wow,
I feel like if Jeremy seizes, dumping Europe also kind of makes sense.
I don't know.
With the rush on Europe, he's 7 ops away from scoring Europe now. Like, you've got no rush at all.
Yeah, no, go with the Vietnam and Asia for sure now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Vietnam is stronger.
Even if it's Marshall here and he puts 1 in France and 1 in West Germany, he's still 5 ops away. So he can't even take Dom on AR1. Yeah, I would definitely just Vietnam score Asia here. I don't like messing around with it. I just want to get my 5 VP and move on with my life.
Oh, and he did go with Marshall with this setup.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised at that for sure.
I'm very surprised.
Yeah, especially how weak his hand is. I kind of think I would have just gone CNS there, taken 2 VP, and at least you have 1 4-op card because I mean, presumably we're holding blockade or we're giving blockade and putting it in now, I guess.
Yeah.
Asia makes sense. I like that.
Oh,
I like
for sure. Yeah.
In the future, should provide a cure rather than a mere palliative. Any government that is willing to assist
now Justin in a bit of a pickle.
will find full cooperation, I am sure, on the part of the United States government.
Any
government
think
maneuvers to block the recovery of other countries
Romanian coup.
So that'll be Vietnam.
Vietnam. Oh, that's perfect. That's what you want in this situation.
Yeah.
I hope Jeremy's not tilted.
He's probably still trying to figure out the setup.
Right. That's double annoying for him because he has Indie Reds in hand too. So not that that's the end of the world, but it is annoying when you have to give Indie Reds when Romanian's already out there.
I wanted to ask you guys this: would you guys like to contest for Europe, or would you just dump Europe right away?
I was gonna say. Go ahead, JR. Sorry.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say, with the way Justin's set up, he already has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 countries. Like, you could probably get an extra VP. It might be worth it to take West Germany, but you're not gonna get Dom here. Like, you would have to spend every op in your life. So I'm surprised at this event.
Like, I do understand your perspective. Of course, you're not gonna get Dom, but like, let's say like you managed to take at least 1 more battleground, then Europe is pretty much secured for the rest of the game, right?
True.
So I was wondering like what the value of short-term versus long-term valuation of the 3rd battleground in Europe will be in this case. It's kind of tough to battle. Okay.
Yeah, the other thing you have to be afraid of is, if he throws 3 ops into West Germany, if Justin has Truman, he would love to just event that and wipe out 3 of your ops, Like, I don't mind 1 or 2 in, but you do have to be scared of Truman a little bit here. For Justin, I'm a little surprised he went CNS. I think I would have liked to get the blockade out right away. Obviously you're blockading now because you can't give decall. So I would have liked to get blockade out before anything was into West Germany, but we'll see.
I can see Justin's CNS move as well, though, because only thing Jeremy could do is just probably attack Europe, which is not going to achieve much, or just fill Middle East. But Jeremy probably knows that Justin doesn't have Middle East.
Yeah, you would definitely have seen Middle East there, so you're right.
Yeah. So I see a value in both of your points. It's really, I think it's more like of a taste of what you prefer.
And Justin now going to go ahead and do exactly that, event the blockade, put it back in, I assume.
Would you dare to use China card?
I don't see a need to use China. I would just dump Europe right now. I don't like using China CIA unseen. Obviously it is in Justice's hand, but for my taste, this is a little too risky. For 1 VP because we're not getting the Dom here in any scenario. But it is gonna work out for him. He's gonna get the VP. Justin does not have Truman, so.
Yeah, I think I might just dump Europe right away.
I would
feel like Justin
I was gonna say I would maybe put 1 into France and 1 into Germany, just so like if Truman's out there, at least you're touching both.
I see. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if I'd go for China this early. All right, let's go with China.
Yeah, I think I personally would have just used China like Jeremy. I'll just think this game will probably last in late war games, so Europe might come back. It might be scored twice or 3rd time, and I don't want to go off that continuously 5 VP to my opponent. Okay. Jeremy gets his mill-ups, which is very nice.
Oh,
because...
and rolls a 5.
Oh, that's
Ooh, yeah.
huge. Very lucky for Jeremy.
I'll dump Europe now.
Yeah, definitely.
just.
Are you guys looking at Justin's side at all? I'm curious if he's putting anything in the chat at this point.
I have double screen in my room, so I'm actually watching both games at the same time.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's a pretty nice roll.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oof.
But JR, I think you should say it with a slight delay because people are probably
Yeah. I should wait. I should wait until it happens on Jeremy's.
That's always hard to do when you're watching both sides.
Like, you're spoiling the fun away, JR. How dare you? But Jeremy should be glad that he saw CI in Justin's possession and played.
For sure.
I've been saying this recently, but I'm not a big fan of the Lebanon coup. It just gives the U.S. a nice thing to coup back in a free mill-up. And now Jeremy has his presence list on. Like, that's a risky play. I think it would have been better to just go ahead and put the 2 into Iraq and make him coup that one if he wants to try and make you presence list. You know?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Luckily, he pulls Middle East.
Yeah, even with 5-year plan, so he can even focus just purely going on Asia and then, or just keep spreading. Because
just with another pretty trash hand here. Containment will make it better. That was what he headlined. He did it pretty quickly. So,
I have a question though. Would you use UN intervention for ops if you were Justin, or would you just use UN intervention with one of the red cards here?
No, I would use it for. Well, it depends. We'll see how much he needs the ops. But on this board, I think he needs the ops. I would go ahead and UN SOCGov space decall. Nasser, I'm probably going to event and then coup Egypt at some point during the AR.
Holding decal through the reshuffle could be helpful, though.
That's true. It kind of depends, but I mean, he's getting beat up pretty badly in Europe, so I don't mind just going ahead and just going ahead and getting spread out into Asia, spread out into Africa a little. Algeria's open for the taking for both players.
I think Justin's already tilted. Would cooing be necessary? I feel like I would be more inclined to just take countries and then use minimum ops to take my mill ops, depending on the situation.
If I was Justin, I would just slam 3 into Pakistan right now. Oh wait, he doesn't even have China, so no, you don't need to slam 3. And I would just slam 2 in and maybe get 1 into Israel or 1 into Malaysia. But I guess Malaysia's not a huge risk. We have decall, and Vietnam is gone.
And only thing gets Jeremy into Thailand is D-spell. So
yeah.
Oh, he's going for another coup. Oh, and it works.
No, I mean, if Justin can just take that back, he has plenty of ops, so I would just take that one back now. You don't have to overprotect it. You only have to put 3 in. You have the IP war, so if Jeremy wants to take India here, which I think he will, you get to trigger the IP war at a full strength.
Yeah, Jeremy's playing pretty bold here. Like, even without seeing IP war, he's just managing to attack Pakistan and in that corridor. Kind of risky. I'll be a little bit scared to do so.
Jeremy probably pretty committed to 5-year planning Middle East at this point. Looks like he's not showing any interest in that.
But he can't contest India right now with this hand. You gotta take South Korea with Korean War, like presumably using for most resolution first. But at the same time, I feel like Jeremy kind of needs to coup again because he doesn't want to give up Milops. Like, let's say Panama.
Well, Justin's getting mill-ups this turn no matter what with IP War, so Jeremy will be sad about
true.
that, but
Yeah. Yeah. But Jeremy doesn't know that. I feel
right.
like Jeremy shouldn't have cooed this often. But I can see the value in cooing as well. If you roll high, like, it wouldn't matter.
So splitting the middle here a little bit. If I was, I would definitely take my Nasser coup now.
Yeah, this is a golden opportunity for him. For Justin, sorry.
Yeah. It is a little annoying because Jeremy doesn't have presence, but if I was Justin, I would assume that he does not have Middle East in hand because he's not playing like a guy who does. So
or assume he's got 5-year plan to dump Middle East because Jeremy's shown absolutely no desire to do anything in Middle East.
right.
Yeah. The thing is, like, I think I haven't seen duck and cover from both sides, so I'm not sure if Jeremy should have kept going because duck and cover might come out with CIA and that might become a problem in turn 3. Although the chances are pretty low.
There's another good reason not to give China turn 1.
Yeah. Chances are low, but they're not 0.
All right, Justin just gonna do the principled thing here. Jeremy now 100% going to be 5-year planning the Middle East. This is probably just a USJ take South Korea kind of thing. Where's the last stop go?
I think I would have used Korean War to just take India and just let Justin roll the die here.
If you use Korean War to take India, well, we're probably giving USJ to get some ops onto the board here. I mean, if you use Korean War to take India and then have to give USJ, you're in real trouble.
The thing is, like, because Jeremy gave up China card, he's got a lot to do in Asia. He needs to protect North Korea, which that Burma op should have went to North Korea because that could have been China card jam later on. So I feel like Korean War India, use US Japan to take South Korea and then fill one extra into North Korea will be my play towards the end. I know like I know like there's a risk of IP war, but that's the risk I'm willing to take.
I mean, what does a jam of North Korea do at that point? Like, it's a 2 VP swing or a 3 VP swing because it's adjacent. Like, that's not a super valuable play for Justin.
Well, no, but if you take India, it's tied in Asia unless he fails in the IP war die.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what I was aiming for. I was aiming for a tie in Asia.
Well, if Justin, if you use USJ to take India, then Justin will probably just take South Korea because now it's a 33% chance. I would take that risk.
Yeah, so it's like a game of a chicken where like you're both like trying to do risky moves at the same time.
Yeah. So Jeremy thinking about taking a coup here, which I like. Okay, well, we're still going to see IP war right now. I don't see a reason for anything else to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And Justin does hit it.
Yeah, okay. Don't listen to my advice. Justin has met the Minsky rolling his die for him, so like
yeah, that was a pretty good roll.
Yeah. Definitely need to take Iraq here. I don't know where I would put the last one.
Am I crazy for putting 4 in Iraq just in case of Iraq jam on AR6, sorry, in this case?
No, I think that'd be very reasonable. We obviously know that Justin's probably not going to do that. He's probably just going to go Nasser Libya, but I think that would be a very reasonable play by Justin here. If he had just, some generic 1 or 2 op to just or poke into Iraq. In this case, that's not what's going to happen, but I think that's totally reasonable. Oh, I forgot DEFCON was still at 3. So he's going to take the coup instead of taking Libya. Huh. I don't know. Okay, never mind. I was just saying I don't know how I feel about that. I think I'd rather have Libya, but of course Justin is protecting Thailand from a China card coup. So
Yeah,
I think that's
Yeah, good point.
so yeah. So that's a good play.
Okay.
Justin
Good hand.
Justin probably happy to see Duck. He's about to be very sad to see Purge, which I think should be what Jeremy headlines here, right? Like I don't see a better headline than Purge.
Like Justin's got a pretty decent hand, like assuming that he knows that Jeremy's never gonna get D-call or D-style. Like they should be both happy in a way.
Yeah. And so Justin did use UN for ops, but he also held D-call by playing China card. So he did what both of us suggested, Derek.
Listen to your teachers.
That's what my wife tells me every day. She's also a teacher. Yeah, so Justin going to be pretty sad to see Purge, but honestly, again, not going to hurt him the most. Like, it's painful, but it's not the end of the world here. D-Stall is still going to space. Truman is still a one-op. Europe is still just a scoring card, so it's going to cost him 3 ops. He would like to have those 3 ops, but it's not a total disaster here.
Derek, would you coup or would you spread? Because I'm kind of inclined to spread right now.
I would spread because if you coup, you lose.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, definitely listen to your teachers. Oh wow. I have not seen ducking cover headline. Oh.
Yeah, so Justin looks like he's reaching for Europe to just score it, which makes sense. Just you're not contesting it. You're not taking France. You might as well just take your 1 VP. What are Jeremy's known cards here are going to be Suez, De Gaulle, NORAD, and Defectors, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, Justin knows Jeremy's got a pretty good hand here. Jeremy knows Justin has a pretty bad hand. He knows Decall, Olympic, Truman, and D-Stall. So.
Oh.
Ooh, spicy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, USJ gone forever. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
It's because Jeremy doesn't have anywhere to go really right now. So I think this is logical. Like the only other logical thing might be maybe going to Jordan or Syria, but that's kind of meh. Like you can always do that later, but China card jam into Japan is now or never.
I love it.
If I was Jeremy, I might. I mean, this is gonna probably get him Japan and even up Asia. But if I was Jeremy, I was thinking I might just try to walk down through Africa a little bit here. Neither of you have mill-ops. I guess we can't event Korean War for our mill-ops, but getting some mid-war space or good mid-war presence is always nice. Jeremy definitely gonna win this battle.
Yep. Well, he's got Purge, so
yeah.
Then and as well, I might hold Korean War if I'm not going to overprotect South Korea.
Well, you want your mill-ops. That's minimum 2,
VPs,
maybe 4, maybe 4
true.
VP.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I see. Yeah. If you event Korean War and when you don't even need to protect North Korea anymore, unless
yeah, I would event the Korean War next, and then, like you said, if we don't win it, then you can overprotect North Korea. But
event, I mean, it's kind of sad to see my country in.
Oh. Especially when that happens.
Yeah.
Luckily, that didn't happen in real life.
Yeah.
So, what are you doing if you're Jeremy for the rest of the turn? I think you do take Syria. Like, why not? You might as well take a Middle East dom.
And then maybe fill Saudi Arabia.
I might even just space the defectors and save a VP. Like, Saudi's pretty unimportant. I mean, it's not nothing. So I don't hate this either, but you can't take Saudi this turn in any case.
Well, you could take it without taking Dom, but that doesn't really do you much.
Right. Yes, correct. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that 2 ops out of Syria is pretty annoying on the coup.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, Justin is famous for loving the Pope.
It's a good play of knowing your opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah, China card been played all 3 early war turns here.
Yeah, it's been entertaining for that exact reason because you don't see that very often.
So Justin going to be down 8, but the mid-war regions look pretty good for him. If I'd say empty typically favors the U.S.
Mhm.
Do you go greedy or okay? Let's count.
No, you don't.
No. It's never greedy. Greedy
No,
is bad.
it's not close. It's
Yeah.
Justin's got 6
Oh
countries.
my!
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I mean, luckily he can get out of this, but
yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, and looking at Justin's hand, we're probably about to see a bear trap here.
Okay, so that's.
Although Usuri is pretty good. Usuri into North Korea regains you Europe Dom or
Asia Dom.
Sorry, Asia Dom. Yeah. It might get you a coup if Jeremy does that. My first thought was bear trap, but I like Usuri. What do you headline here is Jeremy? I guess Portuguese.
Portuguese,
right?
Yeah. Even honestly, like Sia. No, sorry, it's not safe at all. I thought because I saw Duck and correct that it might be safe, but it's not. It's definitely
No, there's a few
Yeah.
mid-war cards out there that make that
Yeah.
unsafe. I would consider giving CIA AR1 here, but probably after this Usuri, I don't know if I would anymore. But yeah, I think this is a pretty clear Portuguese headline for Jeremy. He's
Yeah.
probably just crying a little bit about the rest of his hand.
One of only 2 red cards.
Like no, it's really interesting because you can choose. You can either forever give up CIA, remove CIA, or you could just, assume that it might come back to haunt you back on late war, so just get rid of it right now, or you could just.
Oh, you're thinking of headlining it?
No.
No,
Oh,
it's not junta. It's Jeremy was thinking about headlining CIA. I think 'cause he said it's only junta.
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's thinking about South America. He's thinking about headlining South America. Which I disagree with. I see no reason to headline South here. I would just headline Portuguese, probably.
Yeah, I think Portuguese would be a much safer play, assuming you don't know your opponent's hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, like Jeremy's saying, there's nothing that's going to get Justin a ton of points in South America, but there's still going to be nothing that gets Justin a ton of points in South America. So, you don't need to headline it. The only way it would.
Ooh, playing with fire. Okay, now I'm more inclined to just give up CIA.
Yeah,
because,
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe that's why he didn't give Portuguese, is he wants to give CIA here. This hand is way more playable if you give CIA, because then you could UN Grain and Space Puppet. You don't have to give Puppet, which would just be a disaster.
Yeah, I think I kind of like this play. I didn't think about it, but because I was just so focused on removing my DEFCON cards, but Puppet is really bad as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those, I will say, Jeremy spent 10 ops in Japan, and he blocked Asia Dom for like 3 or 4 total ARs.
Yeah.
So that's pretty sad.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see China card played again, so that's exciting. Because I assume Justin's gonna use China card to take like North Korea here.
Mm-hmm. So this one CIA should go to Japan.
I might put it in North Korea and make him spend the China card if he wants to take North Korea.
No, but if you go to Japan, it secures the Japan, right? That's 4-op.
True, but then just any 4-op casually retakes North Korea. I guess it doesn't block. Taking Japan doesn't block Dom.
No, but it secures at least like 2 VP later on.
You lose 2 VP for North Korea. Like it's kind of the same, right? Like
yeah, it is. But okay.
That was a quick Libya coup.
Yeah, it is.
I think I would have gone Algeria, honestly.
Yeah, I think Algeria is better because if you manage to coup him out and give a damage, then it gives Jeremy a work to do.
Yeah. So I mean, he put it into North Korea, and he does get China card back for his troubles, and he can still just take Japan now. Portuguese here makes sense. Justin has a bit of a tricky hand here. You want to take Nigeria. I guess you probably just use nuke subs and take Nigeria and overprotect Zaire here.
Yeah, that makes sense. Assuming if you're trying to hold Bear Trap for the last AR.
Yeah, he might be thinking Jeremy's hand really sucks and he doesn't want to give him the free Bear Trap off.
Well, he knows. Yeah, he knows his hand sucks because he's seen it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I would kind of be like, I'm not going to bear. Well, I mean, you can still Bear Trap AR7, I suppose.
Right.
But
the thing is, like, if you use Bear Trap on AR7, then it kind of makes Brezhnev awkward because you got to hold that on again.
Yeah, that is true. And Justin probably would rather hold a bad card here. He's got some problems in his hand.
Yep. And
Muslim Che.
I feel like Justin is a good player enough that he would just wait until Jeremy coups Cameroon, and then he will use Che for free. So I think I can see Justin secretly hoping that Jeremy coups Cameroon. And one thing I just want to say, Jeremy really needs to take Japan because shuttle diplomacy will render him Asia completely presenceless.
True.
Yeah.
Pretty easily solved. One Burma solves that. One Japan solves that.
Yeah. Just in case he forgets about what that card does, because normally it's not very common for USSR to not have anything other than the battleground in Asia. Yeah.
It's and he's got to give shuttle here. He's got to give shuttle, and he's got to give NORAD. Because I mean, maybe someone else would disagree, but Puppet is pretty clearly the worst card other than Grain in his hand. So I think you have to UN Grain, and then you have to give that.
Yeah. Okay.
And
we see Che now.
Yeah, Justin, thrilled to see that.
Yep.
I don't think it's a bad play by Jeremy by any means. Getting your mill-ups sooner rather than later is usually good, but just very unfortunate in this scenario.
Yeah, it's just painful.
Yeah. I love that it makes you click the do not coup button as well.
Just to rub it in.
Yeah. Are you sure? You don't want a coup? Nothing?
I remember Justin missing out on this coup on other games when he could have.
Oh yeah, I remember. We were in chat. He missed what was it? Costa Rica?
No, Tunisia.
Oh, you're right, Tunisia. That's an actual country too. Like that's a real place that you could coup. That's right. I am a little surprised he didn't coup it back there. Those things that he did need to happen, but Justin also needs one more mill up, and he's a little realignable right now for sure.
He is. I might just use NORAD to realign now if I were Jeremy.
Jeremy, oh, he doesn't have Japan. I was gonna say I would just use shuttle before I use NORAD, but you're right. He hasn't retaken Japan yet, so he can't give shuttle in case Justin's holding Asia for some reason.
What might be interesting is if Justin keeps jamming into Japan, so
events nuke subs.
What? This late?
Okay, so I guess he's like, what is Jeremy gonna do on this board? And the answer is not very much.
Well, you can realign. I mean, South Africa,
right.
Zaire is realignable. Okay, please don't use shuttle now because you're gonna give presence less in Asia. You gotta at least secure Japan just in case Justin has Asia scoring, right?
Right, and I assume we'll see that on the last AR. Justin rolls a perfect one, just what he wanted.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's like anything but a one situation. I think if I were if Justin was streaming this, then
he's got it
Jeremy
Gotta take Japan.
Jeremy does not realize
He doesn't notice.
presenceless in Asia.
Oh wait, he's
Look it-
scrolling
look
to
it-
the
look it
right.
up.
He's scrolling to the right.
Look it up, buddy. Look it up.
Beyond it.
What
Take
would
at
that
least
be right
Burma.
now? If it's presenceless, that's like what, 14 points or something?
Oh my gosh, we might find out next turn.
Maybe 12. Maybe 12.
Jeremy,
Oh
please.
no, he did
All
it.
right.
He did
Oh,
it.
no.
I hate to root against your boy, but I do want to see that get punished. I do want to see Justin headline Asia for 12 VP or something.
Please click Asia.
I
Someone
mean,
please
it
click
would just continue with the interesting moves we've seen in this game. So,
Ugh.
yeah.
Another just terrible roll for Justin.
I thought. Okay, when I saw Southeast Asia scoring, it looked like Asia scoring.
Yeah, no, I
no
also,
Asia, not going to be punished.
I also got excited. Justin reaching for Missile Envy here and headlined it, which is reasonable. It's going to get him nothing. It's going to get him NATO. I guess it at least activates NATO, which is nice. It does mean Jeremy cannot brush Italy, which he might want to do.
Well, we have you here, so Brush 4 is definitely a space card for me.
Yeah, brushing Panama is going to be better here anyway, so that's fine.
No, I want a guaranteed space shot.
What's your headline here? Quag's pretty good. You just activated NORAD, so Quag is a
Quag
very
is
reasonable
good.
headline here.
Mhm.
And Defectors is gone anyway, so it's nice. Okay,
Yeah.
NATO, goodbye.
Give NATO to that.
Missile Envy going to Bear Trap, unfortunately.
No, he didn't bear trap.
He didn't bear trap.
Oh no! Oh yeah! Oh,
Yeah, he just played it for ops.
Missile Envy will coup Nigeria, which makes sense. It sets up potential Africa control. Justin has a nice hand to be in Quag, though. He will miss the first roll, unfortunately, probably, but he at least has a couple cards he doesn't mind putting in.
yeah.
Oh, he
Oh!
succeeded.
I
yeah.
cannot remember the last time I saw him get out one.
Italy, Portugal, Iceland, Canada, and the United States. The pact was designed to keep within
And
the
then
letter
Zaire,
and spirit of the United
or
Nations
if you're
Charter.
well, like, please go to Japan now. Like, I don't know why you're not.
Yeah,
considering
what's-
it.
An absence of war.
Why? I
And
don't
they seek to
understand
promote
why he's
political and
ignoring.
economic stability
He
in the
must.
Atlantic
I mean, there's that big blue bar
To
and no
ensure
red
this,
bar.
they are
Like,
sworn to stand
I
together against
feel
the
like it's
other.
pretty obvious, but
An attack against one
Uh.
would be an attack against all.
So I don't know if you guys were Justin, then would you be investing into Vietnam, Indonesia, and okay, yeah, I think he's gonna do that.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
Yeah.
couple ops for a couple VP. That should make Jeremy take Burma, which will give him presence in Asia, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh.
oh, he's just ignoring Asia. Okay, and of course the one on the brushwork is JR's in the stream.
Yeah, that's his own fault. He knows. He knows that.
At least
Um,
Jeremy should have like messaged you. Look away, JR now.
I
Okay.
do think it's a little too early to be tilted here.
No, it's game too weird.
What's going on with that one?
I don't know. I lost. I was a little thrown by the async game.
Okay.
Oh, he's really loading up on Southeast Asia.
Yeah, I mean, Burma
Okay.
has a lot of value here right now, honestly.
Yeah, just put
Crazy
it
value.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Hey, you got presence. All right. Post game, we do need to roast Jeremy for leaving Asia presence list for
Yeah.
like 10 ARs.
Way too long.
But yes, very clearly Justin has Southeast Asia, so taking Burma there is a no-brainer. And you should probably score Central right now.
Yeah, it's not going to get
before
better.
Before Justin fills Mexico and saves himself a VP.
Mm-hmm. Is realign necessary?
Well,
It's not necessary,
it
but
works,
Not
yeah.
bad.
Might as well go for South Africa. Oh!
Oh, wow.
Oh! Oh!
Uh, well-
I feel so bad for Justin.
well, I
I
mean,
mean-
it's gonna end up the same. It's gonna end up with Central
Mexico's
America
right
being-
there, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know, but I feel so sad for Justin, like losing Panama that way.
I would take 2 out of Italy here, honestly. You're not fighting for Dom. I would go 1 France, 2 Italy, just to kind of
That
make
makes
me
sense.
think about it.
NATO's active, so just being annoying, like you're not gonna get anything in Europe anyway. So
Yeah, I do think we've seen special already. I think it's in the discard again,
It
so
is,
there's
yeah.
okay.
no huge rush, but that would have been reasonable too. It's kind of like amping up the Europe control pressure. NATO being in effect makes that much less, but still gets out of Central for 1. I assume we'll see Justin take a coup here. He does need some mill ops. And he rolls good on that.
Oh, very good.
Probably need to overprotect Nigeria here.
I'll overprotect Nigeria and go to Japan.
Yeah, take Japan is reasonable. Zimbabwe is also reasonable to protect Zaire a little bit.
Yeah. Like Zimbabwe, Japan, Nigeria will be my play.
Yeah. I probably would have held. I think I would have rather held cultural than AI at war, though. We've already seen Usuri and Nixon. So never mind. I guess you can just put it back in the deck. We have the China card. I changed my mind.
Is France necessary? I don't think it is.
Not necessary,
it's a
but
battleground.
I mean, you're 1 battleground away from control. Like, it's not nothing.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
But then, like, Italy is like kind of impossible to take.
Yeah, that
took out 2 with.
I was gonna say I did like JR's idea of taking 2 out of Italy.
If nothing else, it makes Justin, spend some to get some back. But I mean, there's always like a late war reformer, or like How I Learned or Salt gets up to 5.
I also realized that if Justin breaks into Iraq or Libya, then it gives another presence-less domination in the Middle East and Asia in a way.
True, presenceless Dom in the Middle East, and Justin obviously holding Muslim, so he doesn't have to worry about that play getting.
Oh, there's
destroyed.
Another monster hand.
Jeremy gets another monster here. Justin going to be very sad that his best scoring Asia doesn't come until turn 7.
It's rough. That's really rough.
Yeah.
Well,
Justin is going, because I know him, is going to be thinking that Jeremy has Junta. Yeah, Justin in his chat just typed, "How about I drop scoring while he's presenceless somewhere?" Because Jeremy continues to be presenceless and not punished for it.
Yeah. I saw Justin using CRG as a headline, so if he just goes into 1 Burma, then Asia is presenceless.
Yeah, which he should do that. He should pop 1 into Burma, probably Burma, Algeria, South Africa, and then I don't care where the last one goes.
I think I'll go for Saharan state.
What are you cooing here?
I
guess you could try Thailand.
Yeah, you could.
If you flip Thailand, it's huge.
That is pretty big.
Long term, it gets you back. Like, you're going to still eat an 8. Well, you might not even eat an Asia Dom because we have Middle East in hand.
Mm-hmm.
No, not Pakistan.
No, Thailand's better than Pakistan.
Oh.
I guess he was thinking Justin had CRG in hand, which is true.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that was the right play.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't go Burma for the making him presenceless thing.
I don't mind this. Are gonna give up.
Honestly, Asia's so weird right now.
Yeah.
Justin going to be a little sad he only has 1 in Algeria, Angola.
Yeah. Anders is not scared of anything in the Middle East, right?
Well, he has the scoring.
Yeah,
now, so
it's nice when you
have to be
control the
worried about
scoring.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
he could flip Angola if he wants, but he doesn't have a 4 to flip Angola and overprotect Nigeria. So
yeah, it's probably
Japan?
not worth it. Yeah, Japan is good.
I might not take South Africa there, leave South Africa alone, and actually take Libya here.
Ooh, that's
instead.
interesting. Going to Libya, but
Because yeah, if I was Justin, I would just take Libya here. I would just, on your plan, take Libya. Say no, that one's mine. He controls Muslims, so he's not super worried about anything like that. Okay. But yeah, Jeremy probably gonna get out of this shuttle for free, basically. He's probably gonna take Libya, score Middle East for 0, and then even up Asia, which is very lucky considering it made him presenceless in 2 regions for a while.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. He does have to worry about the Nigeria realigns, though.
Yeah.
So will you guys do Cuban Missile Crisis into Libya and then to Ivory Coast?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
And if I was Justin, I think I would just live with Africa and event Panama at this point, because I want to start spreading out in South America there, you know?
Ooh, what China card for?
I mean, you can pull it back.
Yeah, but I don't think we need to do it. I think I would rather just hold on to it and put cultural back in the deck, and maybe we can do this again later.
True.
Like, we don't need to wait. Nixon did not get evented, right? So I mean, Nixon's still around.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Nixon is still out there.
Usuri was evented, so
yeah, Usuri's gone, but
they're both shadow boxing. They think they each have Africa scoring.
All right, I think you got to drop Middle East here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's time to stop fighting on it and just be happy. Because if you do Camp David here, Justin's just going to take it on.
Oh yeah, I don't like this. Although,
no, they both think they have a scoring card, Africa scoring. So
yeah,
if Justin can spend 2 ops, he can put 1 in Southeast African states and 1 in Egypt, and that gives him 2 DOMs on the board.
That's true.
Which I think would be very reasonable.
Yeah, I would have dumped Middle East.
Yeah, so Jeremy going to eat like 3 VP in the Middle East that he didn't need to eat there.
Maybe.
I mean, it depends. I mean, Justin might. Well, let's see.
It looks like Jeremy forgot. Like, shuttle is active. Like the way he played, like continuously, just disregarded shuttle diplomacy. That card doesn't exist in his arsenal.
Justin with a pretty serious problem now that you want to event Panama Canal, but you can't give Muslim here. And you can't really give Allende, and you don't want to give Kennedy. So, like, what do you do?
I mean,
Kennedy away both, maybe.
All right. Well, here he's eventing it.
Yeah.
Do you take your
don't leave the AR7? You gotta.
Yeah. I was gonna say maybe you take some realigns first, but
I'm really curious to see if Justin's gonna play Kennedy for ops here, or if he's gonna space Muslim. I think those are really the two. Or he's gonna. Okay, you give Muslim, you retake Egypt, and you pop the other 2 into.
That makes sense.
Iran.
America?
Yeah.
I wouldn't retake Iran.
No.
Hostage crisis is coming.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind retaking Egypt and.
Oh, he doesn't do that. Okay.
Very interesting. He says. Oh, that was AR.
Yeah, that was AR6.
6.
So
dang.
Oh, I play cultural here. Get it back in the deck.
Yeah, I agree. With Nixon around. So I guess Justin's just going to give Allende here, and then he'll probably just coup in Africa to try and block this Dom again.
Do you really?
I don't like
Oh
this
man,
position.
Oh, I don't like that either.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
he
like,
gets Africa.
Yeah.
This is kind of a crappy Kennedy hand.
Yeah, you can only get rid of 2. Africa. Oh, actually 3. Africa, Summit, and Socialist. Maybe
For those of you counting at home, that would be Jeremy's 3rd power card out of 3.
I'm sure.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm sure Justin hasn't noticed that.
Yeah.
Voice is very nice to get, though.
Yeah, voice is nice. It's less nice known, but I think it's your headline, right? You just voice him out of
Chile.
Chile right away.
Yeah.
Chile and I don't know, Algeria maybe.
Chile, Algeria is fine.
Or you can scare
Chile
away. Like
Chile to Japan or something could be fine, or to Pakistan.
That's true.
That pretty much to Pakistan pretty much guarantees you the coup, because he has to repair that, and then we get to coup like Nigeria, and then we can hold Kennedy because we can score Africa or something.
Oh, what Cuban Missile Crisis for? What is this?
I don't love that.
He's worried about junta?
I guess
so.
Okay, so now you're for sure going to be Kennedying away Africa, along with probably Summit, Suckovs, and maybe squads. See, but now Cultural's gone forever. Like, that's the problem with this line of play is Cultural is now gone forever. Justin probably needs to respond in South America real quick, especially with Junta known. I think using arms race to take Ven in Brazil is the play.
Odds of South America redraw is very low, but he knows he's got to work in Africa because Africa's still not been scored yet, and Justin has it. So I think. Okay, I see why Justin's doing that. He's concerned about Junta realigning out of Venezuela. Okay, I like.
Yeah, no, we needed, and I mean, and Africa doesn't matter. We're just Kennedying away Africa, so Africa's never scoring, so we can, so we don't have to worry about that one.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I felt like I wanted to hold Aston, but then again, like looking at BP track, it makes sense. Like, I like your play.
Yeah, Africa puts Jeremy into war games range. I think that's just unacceptable. I do think I would have fully taken Brazil with arms race there, but taking Iran is fine. I mean, I don't think Justin was going to take it, but it's fine. If I was Justin, I would go ahead and Kennedy right now. There's no reason to wait. Oh, make sure you get Summit there. Okay. It would have been very sad if he accidentally didn't discard Summit. And he gets some garbage.
And so, my fellow Americans,
I guess he can swing this IP war. He can
why not?
pray that hits. I will say, I do think, I don't know. You know, we aren't watching his stream, obviously, but Justin's pretty lazy with his card tracking sometimes. He just kind of does it off memory, which is fine. But this is a scenario where you really, really wish you knew exactly what was in Jeremy's hand.
Yeah, especially with Missile Envy.
Yeah. Yeah, that I mean, that's why I'm saying it is you. Like, this is a scenario. I think Salt is unknown.
As his 5-year plan. 5-year plan and Salt are both unknown.
So you couldn't. So I guess you couldn't risk it here.
No.
But
here we go.
Sad.
Yeah.
He did hit one earlier, so he can't be outraged at that. Although there's plenty for him to be outraged at this game. If I was Jeremy, I think I would probably just play. I mean, we're not holding Junta.
No.
So I think I would just play Junta now into Brazil and just take some realigns in Venezuela, speculatively, see what happens. you make Justin respond with a 3. If you
Well-
reline him out of Venezuela, it's awesome.
But you do know he has voice, so you're just going to lose those 2 ops to voice.
That's a good point. I forgot that he knows that. But you have to play it, right? Like, you don't really have a choice.
Mm.
And Justin does get off arms race, which is going to be big.
I mean, maybe you do play Junta and force him to use voice. I mean, you're gonna lose those ops, but you're gonna lose things somewhere worse potentially at the end of the turn.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't mind this. Just do this and then realign Venezuela. You can always, if you get him out of Venezuela in 1, you can realign Brazil in 1, and then he just has no ops in there.
Isn't realigning Cuba's better?
Cuba?
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
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 But yeah, this does make him just spend 2 ops of Junta doing kind of not very much. So
yeah.
Oh wow.
Maybe
Brazil. You
go for it.
Brazil.
Go for it.
You
Yeah.
absolutely do Brazil.
Wow.
Wow.
That's huge.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. So Matt Dimension got the roles. Jeremy got the realigns. Oof. I think Team Illinois is going to be one heck of a team.
This game is pretty difficult when your opponent gets all the power cards and rolls like crazy.
Man.
So I was thinking I was gonna 5-year plan OAS.
Yeah.
But now I'm not thinking that anymore.
Don't
Now
play.
I'm
Yeah. Do
spacing
not
5-year
play
plan.
OAS.
This is a voice speaking from America.
You can't play Salt here for the event. You have to coup.
Oh, he's gonna take.
Across the Atlantic Ocean to London.
Just go up on 2 what's the mill-ups, right? Yeah.
Well, I think he's gonna
more mill-ups now. Justin's gonna event Missile Envy, and it's gonna be a 50-50, and it's gonna be a disaster for Jeremy either way right here.
Oh, good
The
point.
news may be good or bad.
Good point.
Which he did not know. Missile Envy is a redrop, but
Ouch.
Oof. Why are they playing with fire? Jeez. Oh wow.
Justin aiming for Junta, but will not be sad. Well, I guess he could hit Missile Envy here, which would be a shame. That's exactly the one he wanted.
Yep. Ouch.
Oh, this game's wild. This is
Jeremy
wild.
really needs to coup. Huge
Yeah.
mistake not cooing. Justin probably just going to use De Gaulle and coup a non-battleground.
Yeah,
to
get
just
4 VPs. Oof.
That's that's absolutely what I would do.
Ooh.
Yeah, I would coup whatever that country is, Ethiopia.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could take an Africa coup and try and save 1, but I don't think it matters. I think I would
Africa
just,
coup will still be there next turn.
yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, I like getting my 4 VP. If I'm Justin, I think I'm pretty okay with taking a tie. Like if I get War Games next turn.
Well, he's a pioneer for a reason.
Yeah, so Jeremy loses 4 VP there.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I feel like Justin can definitely get a War Games win if he manages to score Central, but okay, Europe is nice.
Reformer in Europe. If he had done the taking out of Italy with Sakovs.
Yep. This might be able to get him Europe. He can at least fight for Europe. It won't get it for him right away, but it'll at least get him in range. Justin looks like he's reaching for Cal, which makes total sense because he threatens a War Games win. Jeremy should. Does this give Jeremy Dom?
I think he can get down. He can poke. Yeah.
So he needs because he's got special.
1, 2. He's got to poke one of them, right? Yeah, there we go.
No.
Yeah, he should poke the UK. Alex is absolutely right. He also needs to score. I would just score Europe right now. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mess around with any of this.
You can still get a coup.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know about War Games, so yeah, don't. Oh well, okay, but DEFCON's at 4. Okay.
Is Jeremy not poking UK because he's got Iron Lady? Like I think that's okay. Yeah, please. Okay, good.
Yeah. He noticed.
Okay.
presumably we'll just see Justin take a coup on Angola. Although he could block Europe Dom if he wanted, but I think taking the coup is better. He'll of course be very sad to see the Europe Dom, but he'll also be very sad to see this roll.
Yeah,
My
but
goodness.
Jeremy should score right now because he doesn't know Justin. Like, he might be concerned about Justin's
Yeah,
rating.
yeah.
100%.
Justin at least gets the country in Africa.
That's why I liked your play better, because if you dump Europe right away on DEFCON 4, then you don't really need to do this.
Yeah. And getting the last coup is nice. Like, Justin doesn't have China. You're not super worried about it. I wonder why Justin went to space rather than taking
take Angola
African
now.
countries. Like, I don't know what the rush to space was there.
Because one small step is in the discard.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's not even like, yeah, Jeremy's not even in the space race yet.
Justin over there looking at what he wants to try and pick up with Star Wars. It'll probably just be a VOA at some point, I would think.
Yeah.
Seeing Aldrich right now in Justin's hand is kind of sad, because I feel like Justin's path to victory was last turn VOA on turn 10. Okay, yeah, he is facing Aldrich for that matter, which I think it's logical.
He's going to be very sad when he sees this terrorism event, I think, which
yeah.
I would just do now.
Jeremy would assume that Justin's got lone gunman. I mean, no.
Or assume he has a lot of good stuff if he's going to space Aldrich.
Yeah. Spacing Aldrich, I would event terrorism 10 times out of 10. Like, he obviously wants to hold something. I guess you could just do the terrorism on the last AR and make sure you hit whatever he's trying to hold.
Mm-hmm.
Or have a better chance of hitting whatever he's trying to hold, but he definitely wants to hold something, so you should event terrorism. And it's not like Jeremy has a ton to do with his ops.
If I were Jeremy, I would start protecting Nicaragua and Haiti right now.
Yeah, central control would be a problem. It would be one of the ways Justin can get back in this game.
Oh. Risky.
Okay, take care of an obligation.
I don't know why.
I liked the thing Jeremy did better. Like, solidarity is, or not solidarity, shuttle's playable here.
Yeah.
Another miss for Justin, as is standard.
Stop looking at his screen, just JR.
Yeah, I know.
Like, although I love Justin, but you're watching Jeremy's main screen.
And just as the Pope, but the Pope doesn't even really help here, because I mean, Poland is only your second battleground in Europe. And he is going to do this play. Now, I wonder if this will make Justin change his mind in Star Wars for Junta. I don't think that would be crazy. Because, I mean, a 2-up. Okay.
Oh. Why, Justin? Why?
I mean, Justin has decided that he can only win this game through some miracle in Europe, I guess? Which might be true.
It's interesting because... yeah.
So, count the board real quick. Europe is like 7 for Jeremy. Let's say he picked up Junta. South America's even. Central's even. Africa heavily favors Jeremy. Middle East favors Jeremy. Asia's even. I mean, Justin's down a lot on the board right now. So... maybe he's just playing for, you know, a miracle teardown or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Junta would have been a better play here. Like, go for Junta, fill Brazil, and then realign Cuba, and then hope for you can score Central for control, and then just pray for war games. That would have been.
Yeah. I think going to trying to get some sort of a war games thing makes sense.
All right, he does. Oh, he hits liberation. Okay. Not what he was fishing for.
Yeah.
So what's your poll here if you're Justin? Looking over at his thing.
VOA.
VOA. I mean, what does VOA do?
Yeah, it's not as good anymore in
Well,
South America.
I think
I would-
deploying. I think Junta and then Juntaing into Brazil and realigning Cuba is better.
Yeah, Junta
You
makes a lot
mean
of sense.
Junta to Venezuela is better, isn't it? Venezuela.
No, I would Junta into Brazil.
But it doesn't even get you a country at all.
But if you go into Venezuela, he'll just coup it next turn. If you go into Brazil, even if he coups it and gets it, you still get Venezuela. Going into Venezuela doesn't block the South America Dom.
Yeah.
So Brazil gives you a little bit better of a chance of getting
Arms
at
race.
least one.
He's going for a
Okay.
tie. He's going for a tie.
Man.
He does not draw war games though. Jeremy does.
Oh my
Along with
goodness.
another monster hand.
Jeez. Why can't I get hands like this?
Yeah. And this game is now going to be extremely difficult for Justin to win. I like this Reagan Bombs headline to threaten the war games, but Jeremy has war games, so it's not actually a threat.
Yeah, empty
And
threat.
also
Justin is
envy
purged
Salt
again.
out.
Yeah, Missile Envy's gone, Salt is gone, Star Wars is gone, so there's no way for Justin to pick up war games. There is exceedingly smaller ways for Justin to not lose this game.
You gotta coup Brazil, right? With ABM.
Justin typing in chat, and he draws war games as well, correctly, because
Is Justin
knows-
using a hack or something? Like, how does he know Jeremy's hand? Like, he pulled a John Paul right before Solidarity as well.
Oh
just a
man.
brutal game, just a miserable game.
This is rough. This is rough.
Yeah, I think Justin played very well to get this within spitting distance, but this one, I am willing to say, once this South American scoring goes off, is just about over.
Yeah.
There's no path left, really.
I guess
Justin
can salvage 2 BPs in Central right now.
Yeah, I think Justin probably could have waited just a little bit on the ABM and taken Venezuela first, but I don't even know what you take Venezuela with. Like, his hand is trash, so I don't know what you take it with.
No, score Central.
No, score your. I
Yeah.
like taking my 8. Justin will be happy he at least gets the double space here, because he has a lot of problem cards.
Yeah. Well, like, I feel like for Jeremy, like, scoring Central is a priority because he can lose domination there.
Yeah, it's 2 VPs.
I mean,
it's not
Yeah.
that big a deal.
Jeremy's got 10 in Africa, 8 in South America, so that's 18, 7 in Europe, that's 25. Justin is scoring, and then 2 more in Middle East, 27. So Jeremy is up roughly 27 points, counting the China card right now. 29 points now. So there's not much concern. This game is game's over.
Yeah.
Unless he draws like 4 DEFCON cards, which I don't think there's that many left.
So there's Teardown in the deck, right? Grain Sale, I think.
Grain
is still-
sales, but he's got the China card.
He's got, it's Grain Sales and Teardown are the only 2 left.
Hmm.
CIA's gone, Cal's
Yeah.
gone, Duck is gone.
No, Duck's out there.
Oh, okay.
Grain
there's
sales,
3
Duck,
DEFCON
and Teardown.
There's 3 DEFCON cards. Even if he gets all 3, he shouldn't lose.
Yeah, Space One
Because-
with China card.
Yep, exactly. And if Justin plays Nixon in the headline, then you just play 1 for the event and space 1. So, yep, this game is unfortunately for Justin over, but gonna go all the way to final scoring, just so he has to play a little longer.
It's the worst.
Yeah, pretty well played by Jeremy, though. I mean, he got some good cards, he got some good rolls, but he still played it pretty well outside of his maybe not great handling of shuttle diplomacy. Justin gonna miss a reline here. Justin gonna miss a second reline here just for fun.
Derek, I don't know if this is rude to say this, but can you add an emoji on your maybe stream with roast? So whenever someone makes a mistake or someone does things you don't like, you just pop up an emoji, just roasting people.
A roast emoji. All right, I'll get on that.
OIS here, not going to matter, really. I mean, I don't know what Justin's going to do with it, but this one's an L.
Yeah. Let's put that in Chile, I think.
Okay, so pass to Justin's victory. Tear down, clear France, clear West Germany, clear East Germany, like all in one go, and then hopefully you still Poland in the meantime.
Yeah.
That's true. You could get some crazy teardown realigns.
Yeah. Okay.
But he will not. He does get Chernobyl, but he's nowhere close to the amount of ops he would need.
He needs a lot.
So I think this is just bear trap and hope Jeremy misses literally his entire turn, which still is not going to be enough to not lose, but that's the only way that you even... Yeah. Well, maybe Justin can spend all turn getting Europe Dom back. Jeremy going to see that there is no real threat here with gunmen.
Interestingly, lone gunman influence cannot go into Europe if
Chernobyl, because Chernobyl went first.
Yeah,
but it's weird because lone gunman is used as an event, which Chernobyl text says that if evented, it shouldn't matter.
Well, it does say you get an op as if you played a one-op card. It doesn't just say you get one free op.
I see.
Yeah. This Jeremy's hand is not particularly good, but it's not game-losingly bad. So I don't know. This is no big deal. He'll poke Mexico because saves a VP. I'm curious if Justin's just going to slam all his ops in Europe and see how close he gets, or if he's going to play the board.
I think Justin doesn't have enough for Europe control. Not at all.
No, not even close. Of course not. But
he needs.
You might as well. He can get his Dom back.
Yeah,
he has enough ops to get his Dom back. Jeremy should use Truman. I would just use it now. Get it out of the deck, or get it out of my hand. Although I guess there's no reason there's no reason for him to play Truman either. He just doesn't.
He can hold it. Yeah.
But it doesn't hurt to play it either. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Do you event AWACS? Okay, yeah, he's going for Europe. Justin is. Yeah, okay, I really feel bad for Justin.
Yeah, it's just one of those games. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, it's a frustrating loss. It's a tough one, but there's nothing of Justin's doing. I think Justin played this game pretty well. He just didn't get any of the mid-war power cards until he got like the turn 8 ABM or whatever. The scorings came at bad times.
Yeah, if Justin at least scored Asia presence list or Middle East presence list, then
yeah, that was. I mean, presence. I'm gonna look up the Asia scoring card. I don't remember. I think it's 4, right?
Isn't it 3? I'm not too sure.
I think it's 4. Let's see. Nope, you're right. It is 3. So, I mean, that was 4 more VP than usual. He had 1, 2, 3, 4 battlegrounds. So he had 3 plus 4 plus another 4. I think he was scoring it for 12 because he had Korea.
Man.
So, I mean, even if you change nothing else about the game, if Justin had 12 more VP on the track right now, like, there's a chance. Like, not with these hands, but like he would have been in it going into turn 10, even with the board kind of turning against him, you know?
For sure.
Yeah. And it might have made Jeremy do some irrational stuff just in case of war games, right? So
yeah, absolutely. Like Jeremy would have had to. I mean, Justin was up 6. If he had 12 more VP, he's knocking on the door there, and Jeremy's sweating bullets because he's down 18 or whatever. But yeah, I mean, this is still a very comfortable Jeremy victory here. He's got 18 points to Justin's 5, and then he's got points in Central, and then he's got points in Middle East. So.
Yeah, he's going to count anyway, but yeah, I think it's pretty comfortable.
Yeah. Justin, I guess, working on country count in Africa, but I don't think the country count is particularly close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's got some work to do there if he wants to try and country count him. He might get puppets here, but he's out of 1 stabs to take with it. So.
Yeah, at this point, if I were Justin, I would be realigning, like hoping I roll 6 and hope Jeremy rolls 1s like multiple times in a row.
If I was Justin, I would have Kood and Gola on AR2 so that I didn't have to play this game anymore.
Yeah, I mean, to ease your pain, right?
OTSL turn score does not really matter. I don't know. It might be one of our tiebreakers somewhere down there, but it probably won't matter. Strength of schedule is what's going to matter. So. But Justin going to very admirably play this all the way to the bitter end.
Yeah. Oh, maybe Justin should have used Bear Trap, hoping that this is all his rolls.
I mean, if Jeremy, I honestly, I think if Jeremy missed this entire turn, Justin still loses. Like, I don't think it would have mattered.
Yeah, I think so too. But
yeah, I do agree. I do agree that like just maybe try it and see if you can get it a little closer or something.
For Justin's victory, for his sake, like he needs to stay trapped in Bear Trap all the time and just do a miracle realigns all over the board.
Yeah. All right. I like this last play by Justin. We're gonna get 1 into Morocco.
Nice. All right. Yeah, 20 VPs at the end there. All right. Well, Jeremy takes down number 1. A good start for him for the OTSL season. Justin is going to want to forget this one.
Yep.
And next week, I'm going to be playing my first OTSL match against someone named Michael Stryker. Do you guys know if he's any good?
No, that guy's pretty bad.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You should have an easy win.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your free win.
We were lucky we got pulled into his group when I was drawing groups. Easy win.
Thank you for that. All right. Well, Alex, JR, thanks for joining tonight, and everyone have a great night.